So this, the biggest question is, right now you wake up to the news that there is an Ebola outbreak in Kenya. Ama hata tuseme an Ebola outbreak, wenda tuite outbreak. Tuseme tu mtu mmoja amepata Ebola. God forbid, by mistakes. Don't you think that watu wata blame the government? Don't you think that the citizens are going to turn against the government? Kutakuwa na mega maandamano. You know, don't you think Sir Georges itakuwa ni our country will be itakuwa the brink of losing it
because Ebola itakuwa imeletwa na government ama Ebola itakuwa we called it an outbreak. So where is the government coming in?
No, the people of the residents of Laikipia themselves have gone out there. They demonstrated and said we don't want this quarantine facility. So Georges, the constitution is clear that the people of Kenya
have the power.
But you know, I was watching CS Eden Duale akiwa na kina Jeff Koinange na akasema pana, these are deals between countries and countries. Now what I'm wondering is, where are the people? We
are the people, and we are the ones who normally get sick.
Yes.
I think our country, people, our mouths are engaged before our brains. We engage our mouths before we engage our brains. Now you see, facilities are not supposed. A facility in Kenya will help Kenyans and those other foreigners, those Americans. So how can you say no to a facility? Since time immemorial in this country, we have never constructed our own thing. We get loans, we get grants, we get everything from the Americans, the so-called Americans we are insulting today. All our government offices are constructed, all our roads are constructed by the foreign donors. So all of a sudden now we come and say we don't want Ebola facility in our country. Now you see, we should not be demonstrating against the Ebola facility. We should be demonstrating against our foreign policy, which is very porous. For an African citizen, anybody from any part of this continent can come to Kenya without a visa. You don't need a visa to come to Kenya, including those with Ebola, because you don't know who has it, including those with leprosy, because you don't know who has it. So we should have a facility where we can be able to put people in seclusion. Let have a facility where we can be able to take people who have diseases that are contagious.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. This is Kikao, Kenya, and I am here, Eltezi, together with my co-host. His name is Sir Georges, the only Kenyan player or Kenyan footballer who is playing in the Indian Premier League and playing a football right there. Ukimpata ndani ya uwanja leke ile kalasinga. Anyway, ni mchezaji wa kulipwa and Sir Georges, as we proceed hii situation yote, mimi swali yangu kubwa ni wa Kenya, sauti yetu, does our voice really matter? Sisi kama wa Kenya,
our voice matters, and but why have you ever sat down to ask yourself, why do we elect leaders
to represent us?
Why?
Because all of us can't be there.
So the moment we elect leaders, we are supposed to we have given them power to act on our behalf. And once we have given them that mandate, then we expect them to make decisions for us. And if we are not ready for that, then we cannot move forward as a country.
But in terms of that public participation, for instance, right now, the public, there is a public uproar that, we don't want this Ebola thing. Why wouldn't the government being led by the president, mbona serikali isiseme kwanza, let us put this on hold and put here kwanza to...
But the disease is, right now, we have a disease called Ebola that is wreaking havoc in DRC
on the loose
and Uganda. So we cannot say that we are going to wait for Ebola because Ebola is not waiting for us. So the only best thing, and if people, for example, say a president in DRC gets sick, the best hospitals are in Kenya. If a president in Uganda gets sick or one of the senior officers got Ebola in Uganda, where would they go? Kenya. So what we are saying is Kenya has the facilities, and Kenya need to have a facility like that. And there is no criminality in it. In fact, if our president is thinking like that, then he's thinking about all about us. Because as I said, our foreign policy is as long as you are an African, you can come to Kenya anytime you want. So where does that leave us? And Kenya, we are very good in our social standing, our social culture in Kenya is very interesting. Our social practices are very interesting because you have to hug somebody, you have to greet somebody with your hands. So if one person came to Kenya with Ebola today, it will spread like wildfire.
First of all, someone was saying, don't msijenge hiyo quality facility hapo Kongo. Because that is what is the issue. The issue here is vile mimi naisikia na hii akili yangu ya mtaa that wanataka, there were citizens when history ya oil nini, kuna citizens wengi wa America walienda Kongo kupiga hiyo hustle madini everything. So after kupiga hiyo madini ya hustle kukatokea Ebola. So now the American citizens are saying, watu kabla wakuje hapa, they have to go through Kenya.
But you see, we are mean. Let me tell you, we are so mean.
State of America.
Let me tell you, we are so mean. You see, when money is coming from America to HIV,
yes,
we are so happy.
Yeah.
We are so happy. We are actually singing. We are actually dancing when money is coming. Just a small favor, which is not only for the American, but for the entire world. We are happy now.
Is the facility for Americans or for everyone?
For everyone.
Kenya nakipata Ebola sasa tena. Ama facility inajengwa ni to America.
The facility for Ebola patients, not for America.
Not for
Americans watakuwa wanakuja kukaa hapo. It's for the Ebola patient. Whether you are from America or you are from DRC or you're from wherever. Now, you ask why are they not doing it in DRC?
Yes.
Why? Because there is a lot of fighting there, isn't it?
I don't know
who's making those guys fight. It is me and you and them.
Who? Me and God.
You are
not in any business. You just don't want to say the real person who is making them fight. I don't know.
What I'm saying is fighting is always this fighting in DRC is because of the minerals that are there. Who are the miners? Kenyans, Americans, who are these Ugandans.
Don't use Kenyans like you are doing to Kenya being that.
You don't have to be many. You don't have to be many. Yeah.
The boy this we can have the battles.
You see what I'm trying to say is this, a facility like that is good for us. It's good for everybody. So we should not only, like sometimes you look at the way we behave. I'm telling you, we use our mouth before we engage our brain. Now, if there is a time when, is it President Uhuru and donated some 200 million and people are fighting. Oh, why are they giving our money? But you're forgetting that guys have continuously donated money to this country. Not from their own pocket, from their own government. Okay, also I want to ask you first of all, answer me, why is it that Kenya cannot donate? We only expect to receive. Why is it that we cannot give a place where we can, for facility like that? And we are also beneficiaries because, as I said, we need also to look at what kind, if for example today there was an outbreak of Ebola in Kenya, don't you think those Ebola patients would be going to Kenyatta Hospital?
Yes, they
would be going to So where would we renew them? Where would which is our holding ground for such situation?
Now, first of all, you have to understand Kenyans. Kenyans are not against building a quarantine for Ebola or the other diseases, because allegedly hiyo facility itakuwa ni watu wengi, ni kuna jini mass, kuna magonjwa tu zingine zitatajataja hapo hivyo, zote zitakuwa under that facility, hata COVID, si ndio? But the problem with Kenya is, okay, you build your facility, but importing the Ebola,
it's not importing. You see,
the Ebola.
You see, the problem is where we are going wrong is we are seeing Kenya as Kenya. Kenya is part of the global village.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
Kenya is part of the universe. The universe. It's part of the world. It's part of planet Earth.
Yes.
It's part of our solar system.
Yes.
So why are we seeing Kenya as a special being? If there is an outbreak of Ebola, believe you me, before it goes to America, it will have come to Kenya. Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi, these are East African countries, Tanzania.
Yes.
These are the countries which are going to benefit more.
Yes.
Most.
You see, now that one is what you're raising is an assumption. But now we want to make it feasible. Yani tunataka tuende tuwachukue huko, tuwalete huku Kenya in the name of they are not even
so now because there is no facility in Kenya.
Yeah.
Sindio?
Yeah.
Who has died? Let me ask you. Now, because there is no facility in Kenya, so if we say we don't want it in Kenya and so what will happen?
We are not saying we don't want the facility. So I do this.
That's we don't want. Oh, the problem with Kenyans, we are so mean. We are so mean, so that we feel like we are the best in the world. That is the mindset we have. Like Kenya is the most beautiful country, is the center of attraction. It's like we are magnet.
Oh yes,
yeah, no.
We are.
So
the Bible. It's even mentioned in the Bible.
So if it's in the Bible,
it's the only one. We are the only one.
Let me tell you something.
Unfortunately, we are still a third one.
Let me tell you something. The problem we have is, as I keep on saying, is that our mindset is offside. We are so minute. Our visions are so small. So small. We live to fight. Yeah. Our purpose in this life is to fight. So everything that comes up, we have to fight with it. And I don't know where this culture came from. I don't know. But it's a bad culture.
It is. That just shows that majority of Kenyans don't have trust in their leaders. And majority of Kenyans
why do we elect them? Why do we elect them?
So
listen to what you are saying. They don't even vote. They don't even vote. So are they Kenyans?
No, I'm saying like for instance a situation in Kitengela. Do you know that a majority of Kitengelans don't vote? A majority of the people who live in Kitengela don't vote.
So then why do we demonstrate? So why do we demonstrate and destroy property?
Yes, that's why I'm saying Kenyans peer them on the side. We really have to blame us as Kenyans, especially those people who don't participate in voting for our leaders, making sure that we have the right crop of leaders. So Kenyans have to be.
It's very hard to be a leader in Kenya. Let me tell you, even if I was given for free, I cannot.
Why?
Because they will never appreciate. Kenyans don't appreciate life. And that is where it begins.
But this now goes back to the situation, we say my life, but should leaders be appreciated?
Why not? And we elected them. So whatever they do, we have given them power.
Yes, but not appreciation. They should do on their
That is exactly what I'm saying.
We should love yourself. Should we love our president?
No, you see, if for example we do a road You know what a Kenya, you do a two-lane road.
Yeah.
You know what a Kenyan will say? This should have been 3.
Akiangalia ni pesa yenye
Ukifanya 3, wanasema why are they on the 3? That's the problem we are having. But that's what I'm saying. We don't appreciate our leaders. Life.
the job they do.
Leaders, we don't appreciate life. That's the problem.
But the situation here Kenya kwa nasikia watu wanasema ni kuna pesa. There's a lot of money about the current facility. Yenye ilitoka na ikakuliwa.
That's it.
Serikali ndio walete watu. Walete watu.
That's it. You see, everything you do in Kenya, you always want to see a veil. You don't see the real thing. You want to see that there is something behind the curtain. You know, you want to do amelipwa. You want to do amepata 10%. You want to do so for how long? Huwa nakuuliza, show me one character mwenye alifanya kazi yake vizuri akasemekana amefanya. We only come later to say alifanya. Kibaki alifanya nini?
Free education. CDM.
You see nakwambia Kibaki angekuwa one term president. Were it not for people from Barakanida. So they never appreciated him. I'm telling you. He only came after 10 years. We don't appreciate the Rakanidi guys.
Don't just say the bones to the votes. Those votes were stolen.
Now, if they were stolen, then why do we say Kibaki was good?
Because
he died.
No, not because he died.
It's because he died.
A lot of
because the guy is dead. That's why they say Kibaki was good.
But for the same way was good, it is dead.
We are not discussing more. We are discussing Kibaki. So we see Kibaki was good because he's dead.
Because he's dead.
Yeah. So for you to be appreciated in Kenya, you must have gone below 6 feet.
6 feet to be appreciated.
Nothing else. Yes.
But that is
because kama Kibaki alikuwa mzuri, kwa nini walikuwa wamemjet out first time?
Na kwa maana tunasema mtu mzuri amekufa.
So that is it. That is what happens in Kenya. Welcome to Kenya, where people appreciate you after you are dead.
Even President Ruto at some point in Tanzania alisema Kenyans are a hard lot to lead because they will always see the negative. Alafu wanasiasa wako pale nje wanashout kina rally kina Babu Wino na kina Sipana no Ebola. Then someone came to me and
let me ask you. You know, as a leader, the caliber of Gachagua, caliber of those Akina Owino, whoever they are. Now, to try and criticize a facility, a quarantine facility like that, don't you think you're out of your mind? Now, tomorrow, if Gachagua became the president, for example, and we have an outbreak of Ebola in Kenya, which hospital would handle such cases?
There's not.
Do you have it?
Even COVID was an issue.
I mean, we are out of our mind. We are a certain generation.
But the question is still lingering, even in my right mind, is because people are saying that, you know, these are deals that were signed before the other governments. You know, in fact, the most recent one was time ya Uhuru Kenyatta with Mutahi Kagwe. They came and, you know, wakasaini hiyo story iendelee ya hii COVID, ikiwa ni wakati wa COVID na makarata kujengwa. But does that mean that we are still under our colonial masters, as they used to call themselves?
But we are.
Are we still under? America wakisema right.
Yes.
America wakisema left.
Because out of 4 trillion, half of that money, over 1 trillion, comes from outside the country. So we have not been self-sufficient yet. Can we do a construction of such a facility? If even the schools we used to go those days are never repeated, and they were constructed by the same colonialists.
Masters.
And they don't just repeating those schools is impossible.
So lazima tukubali bado. Not yet to rule.
You know what?
Mental.
Our mental faculties are horrible. Our thinking level of thinking is zero. Our ability to initiate is nothing. Look, for example, we have engineers in this country. Every year, we are producing graduates. When they do a house, it collapses.
Not all of them are genuine.
Listen fast. I'm just telling you the kind of minds we have. A professor will train his students in the so mean he doesn't give them all the knowledge. So when they construct a house, it collapses. They can't do a road. We have to get engineers from China.
China, yeah.
Huh?
So this is this not
wait.
Brokers.
Now you see the problem we are having is the thinking capacity in this country.
Including mine.
You see, when we were in school, ETC, we used to say it end of thinking capacity.
So you have to put by the day.
It ended up in primary school. That's where our thinking capacity ended. Because there are so many things we can do in this country, and there are people with real money in this country. But we keep imitating one another.
Repetition.
As I say,
if
you go in every street right now, they are shopping malls. They are coming up every day.
Another one. They are building. Don't you see the other mall?
So because people don't think, people imitate. There is one man in the Bible, he was called Paul. He used to say, imitate me as I imitate Christ. So
one of the
that also say reputation. Look at these boys, for example. Everybody is thinking about real estate, isn't it? People with money are people like the Kenyatta family. What are they doing? Northlands estate. You know, people don't think in terms of factories, for example. Well, most of them are going to import things from China, so they are doing go downs. So that's why I'm telling you, we have a problem with our thinking. Our thinking is we use our mouth. So what you hear others speak is what you run to do. Mouth.
Mdomo.
Unasikia tu babu na za vunwa
asifuna.
So
I believe that the Kenyans wanted now ground have helped the fact that please build the quarantine facility, but do not import the disease. Seti hao watu wakiwa wagonjwa kule Kongo wanaingizwa kwa ndege waletwe
Ebola.
Increases the chances of us getting it.
Again, a problem of the mind. How is Ebola inaitaka communication ama
inapatikana?
How it spread? Through contact, isn't it? Now if it's through contact, kama unaona pale inajengwa quarantine ni mahali kuna airstrip. So ni kumaanisha mtu anatoka kule, analetwa na ambulance mpaka hapo, analetwa na ndege mpaka hapo, si ndio? So kwani inaspreadiwa na hewa?
Kuna mtu mmoja tu hapo jeshi watainteract ikuje. Unaona vile wanasema ukimwi ililetwa huko Kenya, ililetwa huko Africa na wasi. That's what they say. That's what they got. That
you see again the problem with you in Africa, people just don't die. Amerogo hata mtu a 80 years 90 years aya alilogwa sula, unaona vile walikuwa wanamwangalia vibaya. So there is a problem with our thinking, because kama hii ya nini ya Ebola inatoka wapi? Kukula bats, kukula monkeys, kukula. So I think they should even be teaching what you are DRC what they should not eat, what they should eat and what they should not eat. That way we can arrest it at the source.
But Sadregis, does this not show that there is a clear disconnect between the government and these people?
Because when
the government is communicating this and the people are outwardly not right, outward rightly.
The problem with our government is they don't communicate. What we are calling we call it what public participation. It's not robster. It's not very it's not they are not using people. I mean the right people to communicate. I don't know what happened to the government spokesman. Amelala class. So we should be able to tell people what this facility means, what it means to have it in our soil.
Yes.
You see, like East African community. Unakumbuka kulikuwa na facilities. Wakati ili break, si kila mtu aliachwa na facility zake. So today America ikijenga hii facility hapa Kenya, na tuamue kuwatimua, si tutawatimua tuache na facility yetu.
Alafu kuna mtu alikuwa anasema mkifanya hivyo mnapigwa sanctions manini, because it is already signed, it's an agreement, we have a pact.
Na saa hizi tuna demonstrate, so tunaweza pigwa still.
Wanasema mu demonstrate, but the government wanasema Ruto has his hands tied, there's nothing he can do. Wanasema even if Ruto tries to do something, he is going to be the next opposition leader. That's of America. That's why I'm saying then inaonyesha kwamba hata serikali iko na mamlaka na kila kitu, but we are still under the colonialism.
Always unajua hakuna siku swara
bado mabebero,
hakuna siku swara atakuwa mdosi ya mtoto wa simba. Never.
If you ask today as a Kenyan, do you really support the construction of the quarantine facilities, and do you know what it means for the nation, and do you even understand why it is happening? As a Kenyan, what will you say? Will you support Ikue? What are you against? Get on the comment section and engage us, and we are going to read your comment, and we are also going to engage with my co-host here, Sir Georges, and get to understand further why you as Kenyans feel this way. Remember, this is Kikao, where we give you an opportunity to engage with us even as we proceed to know what's good for our country and what's not good for our country in regards to what we as the citizens believe. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this episode. It has been imekuwa ni moto sana, imekuwa ni fire, and keep on watching all our episodes as we release them. Thank you, and you can support this program by commenting, by subscribing, and by sharing every link that is there on our page. Do not forget, this is Planet Gym, where everything is green.